Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the latest generation for the Toyota Tundra. This is the 1794 edition. It also features the TRD Offroad package. Huge shout out to Hendrick Lexus Northlake for providing this truck for me today. Take a look at their website, that link is down below. This Tundra is finished off in blueprint. Their MSRP start right over $64,000. And this is powered by the 3.4 liter twin turbo V6. It's paired to the 10-speed automatic. Now this is not the hybrid, so it pumps out 389 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque. That power is primarily sent to the rear wheels. However, this has the four-wheel drive system as well. It weighs in right around 5,800 pounds. 0 to 60 is going to be just shy of 6 seconds. It has a top speed of 105 miles an hour. It also has a fuel capacity of 32.2 gallons. You'll expect to see around 18 miles per gallon in the city, 24 out on the highway. This also has a wheelbase of 145.7 inches. Its overall length with the Crew Max is 233.6 inches. Its width is 80, it has a height of 78, and its ground clearance measures in right around 9 inches. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this also has the TRD Offroad package, so it's equipped with the 20-inch wheels as well as the Bilstein tuned suspension. And then up front, you'll also notice TRD over on the driver's side of that grille. Now, the Toyota logo is right in the middle, along with the forward camera, and there are a lot of cutouts in that gray grille to provide a lot of cooling to that engine. There's also a lot of chrome for this model as well. As you can tell, the entire surround for that grille. And then Tundra is also stamped in the lower section where there's a sensor too for the distance pacing. There's also parking sensors up front, and then a really nice set of LED headlights, DRLs, and turn signals with LED fog lights in the lower section of that chrome accent. There's also some nice lines that come down both sides of the hood there, meeting the top of the grille very nicely. And then as we work our way to the side, like I said, the 20-inch wheels finished off in matte black along with the TRD center caps. And then there's that suspension up underneath. There's also gloss black for the fender flares. It's in the lower section of that side skirt. And then you'll notice too, 1794 edition is stamped in the lower section with that chrome accent. There's also more chrome for the side mirrors with a camera and a turn signal. There's a full moonroof for this model, and then some more chrome for the window accents. You'll notice two really crisp points, both in the front, just going off of that headlight there, and then the entire bed with those angles and curvatures. I think it gives it a really nice look. Now in back, Toyota is stamped in the chrome release handle where you have a camera and a spotlight. Tundra is also in the tailgate there. There's the sequential design for the LED taillights, more chrome on the rear bumper along with all the parking sensors, and then this can even tow right around 11,000 pounds. It has a payload capacity of 1,600 pounds. You can also use the key fob to lower the tailgate. You can just push on that button as well for that to lower. Tundra is on the edge right there. And then we have the composite bed with the rails here. You can place some tie-down hooks as needed. There's also a power outlet, cargo lights, and a few other tie-downs. So you have a good bit of space for the size of this bed, and that tailgate is very lightweight. You'll also notice the TRD 4x4 off-road logo too. And then as we take a look at this interior, we have white leather along with the black leather. There's the manual adjusting sunshade as well, some wood trim accents and brushed aluminum, and then a lot of storage in the lower section of that door. You'll notice Tundra down on the floor mats where there's a combination of the carpeting and the rest of this material. And then take a look at the white seats in back with the perforations. You can also lift the bottoms up. So when you flip those up and lock them into place, you have some additional hidden storage space that you can use as needed, which is nice. And then you can quickly fold those back down. There's no storage behind the seats, so you have all that storage down below. Now there's also a grab handle in the back so you can easily enter and exit. There's cup holders along with storage pockets. You even get heated and ventilated rear seats. And then all the auxiliaries down below and the climates there. And then at 5'10", I have 2 or 3 inches above my head. For a full-size truck, this is the amount of space that you would expect to see. And then right in the middle, there's the armrest along with the cup holders there. And the entire rear window actually goes up and down. I will show that later because the control's located up top there. But for a full-size truck, you have a good bit of space. And then up front, there's the memory seating adjustments, your side mirror controls, which are power operated. You can fold those in, and then the same amount of storage space there. You get power operations for the front seats here, which have a nice design to them. There's no side steps on this truck, but it's not all that hard to jump up into. Where we're greeted with the leather steering wheel, and We can start this up now, where over on this right side, you have mode and tuning, along with your cruise, lane keeping assist, distance pacing. Left side is going to give you your volume, Bluetooth controls, and then you also have these adjustments here for the digital gauge cluster. So currently you'll notice the tach right in the middle, along with miles per hour, and then there's the iForce meter on that right side. Left side, you can also go through all of this information. So you have quite a lot that you can go into, just depending on what you need to see. You have your trailering there, some trip distance. All of the standard safety features are easily accessible, so you can get in and monitor all of those. And then you have any messages as well. So pretty easy to go through. Everything else is fixed, but it's a nice layout. Now on this left side, there's the cargo light for the bed, your automatic headlights. There's the engine start stop, along with this control here, a dimmer switch for your gauge cluster. There's odometer. You also have some safety features you can turn on and off. There's the power outlet in the bed, as well as the heated steering wheel. There's also a little bit of storage up top with that 12 volt there. And then we have a massive infotainment system. There's not a whole lot to go through, but you can hook your phone up to the system and go through all of this information just to configure it as needed. So it's a good size, especially when your phone is paired, to be able to view all of that information. Now underneath that, there's power and volume for your audio. You have all of your climate adjustments. Underneath that, there's heated and ventilated seats, some more AC controls, and then there's a trailer backup assistance and a view icon. So you can push on this and change the view just depending on what you would like to see. So if you just want to double check that nothing is around you before you take off, you can push on that icon. Now there's also traction control, hazards, a locking rear differential, wireless charging with a lot more storage space, so you can use that as needed. There's auto hold with your e-brake, even the trailer braking system too. Now if we put this into reverse, there's a very large camera, and you can actually go to the forward-facing camera. You have your side mirrors as well. You can look into the bed there, and you even have some off-road settings that you can monitor as well. So even for the backup camera, that's a huge screen to go through all of that. You can also shift using the shifter as well. Now there's two cup holders located over on this right side, and then you have a few controls here for your tow and haul. You have your crawl control along with the downhill assist control and multi-terrain select. You can adjust these based on the terrain that you're going on. Crawl control is basically cruise control for off-road, and then you can go through all of the terrain settings as well. You do have to be in 4 low in order to activate that, and this is how you can do that. But with it in the drive modes, simply just twist on that dial, and there are a few different settings here for on-road that you can go into. Now right in the middle, you have a little bit of hidden storage along with this area, which you can actually open up separate. So if you just want quick access into the glove box there, you can do that, or open up the entire area where you have a lot more space. Now over on the passenger side for this glove box, you have a lot more space down below. There's also the digital rear view mirror, so you can use that as needed and set up all those adjustments. There's garage door buttons too, sunglass holder up top, and then dome lights and adjustments for both the sunshade and sunroof, as well as the rear glass. So you can push on that and open that up, which is a really cool feature for the Tundra. And then as far as visibility goes, it's very easy to see over both shoulders. So now that we're behind the wheel for the Toyota Tundra, if you are new to the channel, I'm a huge Toyota fan. I'll be buying my 3rd Toyota Tacoma very shortly. And if and when I need to upgrade it to a larger truck, the Tundra is definitely on my radar. I drove a TRD Pro a couple weeks ago. I've been in the 1794 before, so now that we are in another one here, it's really cool to check out the different trim levels because there's a huge price range and options just depending on what you'd like to get out of your truck. The TRD Pro was very cool with the red leather interior for that particular model. But in general, the Tundra is a really nice pickup truck with its sizing. Obviously, it's a full-size truck, so you have a lot of space. You have a lot of capabilities for this as well. And it's pretty easy to drive for its size. I've been in a lot of full-size trucks, and it's not quite as big as some 1500s that I've been in, or the Ram 1500s seem to be a little bit bigger than this that I was recently in. But it's still a full-size truck and very spacious. But it drives very nice. We've been able to rack up a lot of miles behind the wheel of Tundras, and it's a nice driving truck. This particular one with the TRD Offroad package does have the Bilstein tuned suspension. So it's going to be a little bit stiffer, and when I say a little bit, not a whole lot. I've been in all of them to know the difference with the suspension. It's still a forgiving suspension. It's still something that you can daily drive, but it is going to give you a little bit stiffer of a suspension for that package. And you don't have to get that package either. So you can get some different wheel options, things like that, depending on what you would like. But with a mild acceleration there, we'll do that again here on this turn. This definitely has an adequate amount of power. This is a quick truck for its 0 to 60 time, as well as how much it weighs. We'll get up to speed here. And I think it sounds pretty good too. I know a lot of people are disappointed when the V8 option went away. Now we have the twin turbo V6, but I think it sounds great. You could throw on a different exhaust if you would like to. We just don't have that same V8 exhaust note, but we have some more efficiency. We have more power too, which I think is the key factor. You have more power. Fuel efficiency is going to be a little bit better. I wouldn't say it's significant enough to change from the V8, but you still have some more benefits with this engine as well. And it's a nice place to be. It's super quiet too, just cruising at a normal speed here. And it handles well too. It's a pickup truck, so you know, it's big, it's gonna take turns, you'll feel the weight of it, but for a normal turn like that, it feels very nice. So let's put it into sport mode now, and we have the shifter here. You can actually use this too. If you wanna hold a certain gear, if I put it in S4, it is not going to go above 4th gear, even if I just punch it like this. So if you're towing or something like that, you can use that to hold the gear you want, or you can actually use it and shift the gears too. So it has that multi-purpose function to it. Really good, especially if you are towing with the Tundra. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for this full-size truck. I think it has a really good design to it, especially with this screen here. And then just like that, we're back up to speed. But it drives very nicely. If you're looking for a comfortable daily driver, you want a few more creature comforts, like even some of the leather or the wood trim accents, you would get that with the 1794. But if you just want a nice truck to drive, something that's pretty simple too. I was just in the 2025 Ram 1500, and for me, that was too much. There was even a screen for the passenger over on that airbag cover. To me, I like the simplicity of this. Everything's laid out well. You have all functional buttons with, I wouldn't say, there's no bells and whistles basically. You have everything that you would want for a daily driver. So it's very easy in that aspect of just having a simple daily driver, something that you can enjoy and rack up the miles on. But that's going to wrap it up for the Toyota Tundra 1794 TRD Offroad. Huge thank you again to Hendrick Lexus Northlake for providing this truck for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.